nothing without God. Was born rough and rugged, addressing the man in public. My attitude was fuck it. These motherfuckers love it to be a soldier. Must maintain composure at ease. Don't like it's complicated. Only what you make it to be. And my ambitions as a rider.
Hey yo, what up everybody? It's your boy Illuminati the God, back with another episode of Real Ghetto. Just gonna hop right into it. Hope everybody had a good, fun, safe Labor Day. Still sending our thoughts and prayers out to the victims and those affected by Hurricane Harvey in Houston. Also keeping an eye on this Hurricane Irma, and got our thoughts and prayers with everybody who might be affected by that. This episode we're going to talk about one thing, and that's that deferred action for child arrivals. And I'm going to keep it real brief. I'm not a huge fan of this because I feel like it's something that negatively impacts the black community. I feel like we're always trying to help other groups except for the black community. When we say Black Lives Matter, we catch flack. All lives matter and things like that. We can never get the attention centered on us before it's being spread and other people get their piece of the American pie before we get ours. This is a country that was built off slave labor from kidnapped Africans and their descendants. I mean, black people we've been kept at a deficit since we were brought over here. People acting like it's such a big, oh my God, they might get deported, they might get deported. It's better than being kidnapped and brought into a land that's not what you even intended on whatsoever. And they talk about the statistics of these people, how they're doing this and they're doing that. Well, they'll be able to do it in their country. They could make their country better, because this is our country. This is a country Black Americans built, and we're not getting our due. We're not getting our piece. I've worked with a lot of illegal immigrants over the past 10 years. I've worked very closely with a lot of them, and they try to come off like they better. They want to call blacks lazy, and at the end of the day, they realize that this system, the system that's set up in America, is set up to it's set up to keep black people at a deficit, to keep us oppressed. And a lot of these illegal immigrants, they peep that and they come over and they play along. So I'm not a huge fan of this bill at all, because it's something that's just going to keep us at a deficit. I can't say that too many times. I'm not prejudiced, I'm not biased, I'm not racist. I have two girlfriends and they are both of Latina descent. They don't speak Spanish, but they are both of Latina descent. Last names bear proof of it. I'm not racist, prejudiced, or biased at all. But I am extremely pro-black and I stand for my community. And I think this is something that will negatively impact us. Period. Like Tupac said, we can't have peace till niggas get a piece too. So I want to see things like affirmative action get put back and really reinforced and actually mean something. I care more about that than I do this deferred action for child arrivals. I know everybody is just really accustomed to hating everything Trump says and does, but I don't necessarily think he's completely wrong with this. I don't want to see people get uprooted and their lives and their families be destroyed, but I'm not gonna sit back and just be silent while something happens that could negatively affect the black community. So, like I said, I'm not a huge fan. Not gonna waste a lot of people's time going into detail about this or about that, but I do feel like I had to say something, that I should say something. And I'm just gonna keep it brief. Thank you for watching. It's this week's episode of Real Ghetto.